Folks, listen, this is Up to the Minute News, and the reason I'm showing this is if you'll read Revelation, which I'm going to do.
Today, mourners in South Carolina will be able to pay their respects to State Senator Clemente Pinckney. He is one of the 9 victims killed by a young white man who opened fire inside an historic black church in Charleston. Mr. Pinckney was also the pastor at Emmanuel AME Church. This afternoon, his casket will be placed in the rotunda lobby of the state capitol in Columbia. President Obama will deliver the eulogy at his funeral on Friday. While Mr. Pinckney's body lies in state inside the Capitol building, the Confederate flag will still be flying high outside on the Capitol grounds. After the admitted shooter was seen in pictures posing with the Confederate colors, the governor of South Carolina joined growing calls to take the Civil War-era flag down. It's been flying at full staff. All other flags were lowered as a sign of respect and mourning for the victims. State law prevents the flag from being lowered or moved. On Tuesday, legislators took the first step towards changing that. The House and Senate voted to begin debate over whether the flag should be removed. Doing so requires a 2/3 majority in both chambers. Republican State Representative Doug Brannon co-sponsored the House bill to begin debate over removing the Confederate flag from the state capitol grounds. Representative Brannon joins us over the phone this morning. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you.
One of the victims of the church shooting, I know, was a dear friend of yours, Reverend Clemente Pinckney. Is that the main motivation behind this action that you're taking now?
Unfortunately, yes. It's something that I should have done 5 years ago. We shouldn't be having this conversation. You know, maybe if I'd done what I should have done 5 years ago, we wouldn't be having this conversation at all.
Sir, why did you feel that you couldn't do it 5 years ago?
You know something? It wasn't that I felt I couldn't do it. It's it wasn't there. It was. I can't answer your question. There was no reason why I couldn't do it. Apparently, I didn't have enough foresight to do it.
There are still lawmakers who believe that flag should stay where it is. What are you going to say to them?
I don't know what to say, but let's listen to him. He said they're wrong, if you didn't hear it.
Respectfully, that flag causes pain to a large percentage of the population of the state. If it causes pain to one person, it's got to come off of the state capitol ground.
I read something that you wrote, or you said, it's not just a symbol of hate. It's actually a symbol of pride in one's hatred, and I thought that was so interesting. Tell me about what you mean by that.
Yeah, I want to be as respectful as I can, because there are people who believe that flag represents their family heritage. But what I meant when I made that statement, there are also those who use that flag to hurt people, both physically and emotionally. And when you see that, it's that person who is boasting about their hatred. That flag is a symbol of their pride and their racist views. So I don't think everybody that has a position on the flag is prideful in their hatred, but I think a lot of people are.
So yesterday's vote for debate is just a first step towards the removal of the flag. In the end, do you think that you can make this happen, and how long will it take to happen?
First off, yes, I think it can happen, but it isn't me who's making it happen. It's Senator Pinckney who's making it happen, and the other 8 victims. They're the ones making it happen. From a time standpoint, it could be next week or it could be next month, but I believe it will be this summer.
You said something earlier which I thought was very poignant. You said that Senator Pinckney is still making law.
Yeah. He was, I just had a conversation with another friend, not a reporter, and we were talking about him. Senator Pinckney didn't say a lot, but when he talked, you heard it. 1, because of his voice, but 2, because when he spoke, you knew it was something you needed to hear. His voice has been quieted, but it's louder tonight than it's ever been.
Thank you so much for joining us. South Carolina State Representative Doug Brannon, thank you again.